Good morning. Happy Saturday. Today is Saturday, May 11th, and I am your morning witch. So, I was plucking my eyebrows because I have a prominent Slavic brow that I have to take care of, choose to have to take care of. When I was 18, my friend was like, bitch, what the fuck is going on with your eyebrows? Because this was like back in the 90s, early 2000s, and like thin eyebrows were the thing, and her mom was an esthetician. And shamefully, like, I used to just shave in between to make it two little caterpillars instead of one caterpillar that went straight across a la Helga from Hey Arnold. And perhaps I'd had excursions into plucking before when I left myself quite torn up in this region of my face with little tiny little red and purple and pink pinchy marks. Girls, guys, everybody who's tweezed, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And so after getting used to that, even when it became unpopular to manage the landscape above your eyes, I kept doing what I wanted to do because I prefer not having the fuzzy caterpillars. That's just me. And no amount of peer pressure will change what I choose to do, even though I'm well aware that peer pressure is what started me plucking my eyebrows. I don't know if you guys noticed them in recent videos, but they've just been going hog wild because, like, that's almost as long as some of my husband's mustache hairs. I don't know if you can see it, but it goes all the way out here. And it's curly. And it's red. And actually, the fact that some of them grow in red and black now is the reason I let them stick around for so long, because it kind of amuses me. So even though plucking my eyebrows started off from like a peer pressure standpoint, from my comrades letting me know that I had an extraordinarily hairy thing going on for a woman, and well, I knew that, but my mom always told me nobody else noticed that kind of thing. Because let's be clear, yeah, homegirl, born a witch, multiple moles on my face. Well, they stereotypically grow hairs just like witchiness, which actually the witch stereotype is like horrible, and it's from the torture and malnutrition and everything that the women in prisons suffered when they were awaiting their witch trials, but that's for a different video. So even though peer pressure started this, and then societal pressure was like, oh no, let them be big, we love big thick eyebrows, draw them on thicker. Bitch, I have blonde eyebrows. I mean, I'm fucking drawing them on, but I owe nothing to anyone, so I get to choose what I do, and that is the whole point of my eyebrow story. I was just, bringing you in, making it relatable. But whether it is my peers telling me to do something or society telling me to do something, what the fuck happened to my lighting? Okay, anyway, I don't owe anything to anyone, just like no one owes anything to me, right? Like yesterday I talked about how nobody owes me understanding, nobody owes me an explanation. So from that very standpoint, I owe nobody anything as well, right? And we're gonna bleed into tomorrow with this message, because there are two ways we can go with this whole nobody owes you anything standpoint. We can go personal self, and we can go external to relationships. Today we're going to start with self. So if nobody owes me anything, they don't have to explain why they think something or why they feel something to me. They literally don't have to. They can choose to, but they owe me nothing. They never have to do anything. People owe me nothing from a physical standpoint. If I do something nice for someone, they don't owe me anything in return. I chose to do what I did, and they can choose to reciprocate or not. And maybe they're not even thinking about, like, you feel like you went out of your way for them. Like, maybe to them they don't owe you anything because they don't. And from the same standpoint that no one owes me anything, I don't owe anyone anything. I owe no explanation for why I am the way I am or why I choose to do the things I choose to do. I'm told in my life quite often I'm relatively unlikable. Mostly because I choose to be rational and logical in a lot of situations, and people don't like that. It almost got me unalived once, but that also, different story, different day. But to get it on track for the message about self and not owing anyone anything, you know, it took me 40 plus years because I turned 40 in September, and it was just recently that I started understanding that nobody owes me shit. Nobody owes me acknowledgement. Nobody owes me explanation. Nobody owes me understanding. No matter how desperately I crave these things, nobody owes it to me. And conversely, I owe none of that to anyone. Therefore, everything that I do, I choose to do. I have made a concerted choice to do what I did. And I didn't have to do it ever. I never had to do any of the things that I had to do. And nobody owes me anything. Like, there's so many other things I want to say on this, but you know what? None of it matters. No examples outside of the eyebrows, because that's how I brought y'all in, right? No examples are necessary. I don't owe any of them. I don't owe you an example of what I'm talking about.